guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So, throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Spotlight, playing under the Championship Battle rules, which are the equivalent rule set of the VGC 2018 season. It's Friday. Hope you're all well, and if you're celebrating Easter, like I will be, probably minus the chocolate eggs, because I should probably stay off the chocolate eggs and the chocolate. I hope you have a great weekend. Easter weekend, it is a time to celebrate, be with family, be with friends, do whatever. There are tournaments happening this weekend online. There are probably tournaments in real life happening as well. So whatever you guys are up to this weekend, do let me know. I'd love to hear your plans, if you've got any, if you're going to play in any tournaments, etc, etc. I did mention earlier in the week that Sam Pendelis v Zelda VGC is organising the Sao Paulo Challenge this weekend. Again, I linked the link to the competition on Monday's episode, but I'll link it again today, just in case you guys want to check it out and enter and compete for a chance to win some money to get a paid trip to Brazil. But anyway, we are here. We are going to finish up the week with this Gardevoir Rain team that we played with on Wednesday. We've had a bit of a choppy and changey week. But firstly, before we get into any battles, just want to say a massive thank you to each and every one of you that commented and put a team suggestion forward for Monday's episode. So I've got all of those. I've picked the ones that we've kind of had more suggestions towards, and I've thrown in a few suggestions as well from outside, so trying to kind of cover all bases with it. But I've put a team together and it seems like it's going to be a lot of fun, so we'll kickstart on Monday with that. It should be really good. As always guys, if you enjoy the video and everything like that, please drop a like on the video. It does massively help the channel, and if you're not subscribed, do subscribe. Hit that subscribe button so you stay up to date with all of our daily content. Now let's get into it and see what the Battle Spotlight reveals for us today. What music are we going to go for? I don't know why I always kind of scroll back rather than scroll forward. Let's go Guardian Deity. We haven't had that. So we've got a Japanese player, 1671 rating, playing a team of Glaceon, Whimsicott, Tapu Koko, Charizard Y, Terrakion and Tapu Lele. So we've got double Tapus here for that terrain control for my opponent. One to stop priority, boost their psychic attacks. One to prevent sleep and boost those electric attacks. Neither really affect us too much. One benefits the Gardevoir quite a lot. We've got probably Mega Charizard. We've got that Whimsicott Terrakion combination that we need to be very mindful of. With Tailwind, Beat Up, and then Terrakion's just going to unleash probably a Z move and just be very disruptive. You've got the Glaceon there, which is a bit of an odd pick on this sort of composition, but it's not something to sniff at. Definitely not. We played it on our channel last year. It's got access to support moves, Helping Hand, Icy Wind. It's got huge special attack, good special defense and defense, so it's not going to be the easiest thing to take down. Right, what are we going to do? We could lead our Rain mode here, but obviously Charizard Y causes us a few problems, but I think we do bring Rain in, maybe keep it in the back. I think Gardevoir's not a bad lead with a cheeky Incineroar maybe, because Incineroar's a nice switch into fire type attacks from Charizard if we get ourselves into any bad situations, and then I think we'll go with that Rain mode in the back and see how we get on. Running out of time there, maybe we might have, if we hadn't been paying too much attention, run out like we normally do, but we kind of avoided that, so that's good. Right. I wonder if we'll see the Glaceon. I guess it's not too bad a matchup for it, but we're not going to see it. We're going to see the Wimmy Terrakion come out for my opponent. So, what will we trace? The Justified ability. Okay. We will get an Intimidate off onto this Terrakion. So, what do we do here? We've got access to Fake Out. Like, the one thing that the Whimsicott could potentially have is Taunt. So we could Trick Room and Fake Out. We could just Hyper Voice and Fake Out, but we're probably better off going for the Trick Room. Who do we want to Fake Out? Like, the Terrakian's likely to protect here. But we're probably better off faking out in the Whimsicott. Yeah. So we'll go for that. Because if we can break the potential Sash on the Wimmy now, that'd be ideal. Because the next turn, if we do get the Trick Room up, it can Encore us. But before it gets a beat up off, we can take it down. Whimsicott just protecting. We're going to see Terrakion protect. Terrakion protect. And there's the Fake Out into that. Now we are going to see an Encore come out. For sure. But it does mean that we don't have the beat up to worry about this turn. One thing we could do is switch in Ludicolo, because the following turn will have access to that. I'd say it's more likely the Whimsicott Encores the Gardevoir, because the Gardevoir poses more of a threat. And we can low kick that Terrakion just to get some damage onto it. My opponent might just ignore everything, just go for the beat up, and just kind of play into the fact that they know that the Encore is a threat coming on to us. But we'll get the Ludi in. Terrakion goes for another Protect. There's a Fake Tears coming out from the Whimsicott. Okay, it's onto that Ludicolo. Presuming it's trying to set up for when that Charizard comes in. We do get the low kick into the Terrakion, which is nice. And we could potentially could Giga Drain into the Terrakion. We could Water Z into the Terrakion just to take it down, which might not be the worst thing in the world, to be honest, because we can just guarantee to take it down whatever now and get rid of it, because it is a bit of a threat, and we can go for a Flare Blitz into that Whimsicott slot. We've just got to be mindful that we have had Fake Tears damage. What's the Whimsicott going to go for? Another Fake Tears. But trying it into a Dark type, unfortunately that Prankster ability doesn't work on Dark type, so a little bit unfortunate for my opponent. I'm going to take the Wimmy down to its Focus Sash. Get the burn, which is pretty huge. And we're going to get this Water Z off. It feels a bit like we're wasting it, but at the same time, just getting rid of that Terrakion's pretty nice for us. And also, like, the point that we're kind of taking my opponent down to 2 Pokemon now is good, because if the Charizard comes in, as soon as it Mega Evolves, as long as we keep that Pelipper in the back, then we can win the Weather War. So we do take the Terrakion down. Whimsicott goes down to the burn. That burn was pretty fortunate for us, really. A little bit unfortunate for my opponent. And we see Tapu Koko and Charizard, I'd imagine. Big Bad Char, yeah. Okay. Like how Rain Mode wins here, really. I'm going to switch Ludi out for Gardevoir. And I'm just going to Flare Blitz into the Tapu Koko. Like, Incineroar should take a Thunderbolt from this range. If it's Gigavolt, we will lose it, but then it kind of just opens the door for a free switch in. And the only reason I'm switching Ludi out here is because, you know, we've got to be aware that we have had that Fake Tears drop. So, you know, a Heat Wave in the Sun or a Thunderbolt is going to be doing massive damage to it. So Charizard Y not hanging about, going for that Mega Evolution. It's going to bring the Sun, so it will boost my Incineroar's Flare Blitz, which should actually take down the Koko if we can get the attack off. Yeah, Yeah, so Coco gone. And Heat Wave or Overheat? Flamethrower. Okay, we've got to take this. And that burn from earlier that we inflicted on my opponent is returned onto our Gardevoir. But we're alright, we're still in Trick Room. I think this is the last turn. Yeah. So we can just go for a Psychic. And let's just Flare Blitz. We don't really mind about losing Incineroar if we do end up losing it, but yeah, my opponent just forfeits, knowing that we've got probably that Rain Mod in the back to come in and kind of clean things up. So good game to my opponent. Nice little game to kind of kickstart us today. Tell you what I'm going to do, because I feel like my capture card is lagging slightly. I'm just going to close it. I'm just going to open it up again. So bear with me, my friends. This will just take me 1 second. That seems like the capture rate's a little bit better on it there. And there we go. Should be a bit better going into this. A little bit better. Right, so game 2. Yes! And I'm hoping with next week, like I said earlier in the week, I want to really tackle the ladder this season. I want to try and push up as high as we can. I feel like I've got the potential to, and I think with some more solid teams, like this team's fine, but I mean some more solid teams, we'll be able to kind of push up, and we should be pushing. Like ideally, we want to be looking at 1800s. That would be the kind of benchmark where we want to be ending up. So we'll see what we can do. It'll be interesting, but we're going to come across this very popular Ryoto QR code team, rain team with the Moltres. It's got that heavy rain mode, then supported with the Ferrothorn and the Tapu Lele. Moltres is going to provide Tailwind support. You've got the Rain mode, which is the kind of auto speed mode for those 2 Swift Swim users, and Ludicolo with its Fake Out support, and then Mega Swampert being just the powerhouse that it is. What do we do? Okay. Feel like I want to lead. Like I want to lead Coco. I do probably want to bring Ludicolo and Incineroar as well. Yeah, let's go for that. It's just going to be interesting to see if my opponent leads with the Lele, because if they do, it kind of puts our Coco in a little bit of an awkward position, I guess. Alternatively, we could see this Swampert come out as well, but no, we just see the Ludicolo and Moltres come out for my opponent, which definitely isn't the worst thing in the world. It'd be funny if neither of us have brought our rain modes, but I can imagine one of us bringing a Gardevoir. It's access to that Swift Swim. One thing I could see my opponent going for is Fake Out into the Coco, and then Tailwinding with the Moltres. So we could potentially Trick Room and just protect Coco. Like, it could Rain Dance, but it's not really going to do us any favours, and I definitely do not want to not evolve, Mega Evolve Gardevoir. So we'll see if this is what I kind of expect my opponent to go for. I might just straight up attack. But the Coco's putting a lot of pressure on that Moltres, so you'd think my opponent will want to shut that down. Yes, they're going to Fake Out into that slot. Oh, we're actually going to see a Z move. Supersonic Sky Strike. This will be into the Guardi. But I want to say we would take this. Problem is, it doesn't put our Coco into a very good position if we get the Trick Room off now. We kind of, this play was banking on them Tailwinding. Yeah, it's not really going to do too much at all. Huh. Alright. I'll protect Guardy, because I think we need to adjust, and we will bring in Incineroar. So we've got access to that fake out. Moltres is going to withdraw. I'm going to see Ferrothorn hit the field. Okay. And Ludicolo, reveal and protect. Okay, so I think what we'll do is reverse the Trick Room. It's not doing us any favours really, is it? Yeah, and we'll fake out the Ferrothorn. And Ferrothorn just withdrawing straight away. Tapu Lele coming in. We're not going to be able to utilise this fake out. But we will be able to turn the dimensions back to in our favour. Hydro Pump coming out into the Gardevoir. Okay. Getting found out all day long. Right. We've got Ludi and Coco in the back. Which one do we bring in? Like, I want to change the terrain. It's probably better bringing Coco in to change the terrain now, rather than bringing in on Incineroar and potentially taking a Moonblast. And I'll just protect Coco, and I'm just going to switch in Ludi for Incineroar. Because the big thing is here, we need to preserve Incineroar to deal with that Ferrothorn. Ludi just protecting. Coco will protect. Gotta remember we're still in Trick Room as well. And there's the Moonblast into the Coco. And this is the last turn of Trick Room, so that's a good thing for sure. Let's get some damage onto this Ludicolo and just fake out the Lele. Okay, so we'll probably see the Ferrothorn come in. Yeah. Hydro Pump into Coco. We should take this though. Yeah. I'm gonna get a Thunderbolt off. Do actually really good damage with that Life Orb. So I will switch out into Incineroar. And I'm gonna Giga Drain into the Ludicolo. But you imagine the Ludicolo on my opponent's end kind of maybe protect you. I'll switch out. Like, yeah, there's the protect from the Ludi. See, a Power Whip or Jarra Ball would be better into that Coco slot. That's what we want to see. It's a Leech Seed. Okay. Well, that's something we don't mind. We're definitely 100% going to see a switch out from that Ferrothorn. There's like no way it stays in. It could protect. I want to just... there's no point of faking out either. Like, we may as well just go for the Flare Blitz into that slot. and I kind of want to double in on that slot with the Z move as well, but it's a little risky. Like, if it just protects, then it's completely wasted, so we may as well go for the Giga Drain onto this Ludicolo, and it does just protect. Pause and Ludi is faster than ours, but we do just hang on. Thing is, if we lose Incineroar before we deal with that Ferrothorn, we're in deep trouble. Okay, so we take down the Ludi. Flare into the Protect. In hindsight, we should have just faked out into the Ludi, but it's like one of those players like earlier where you kind of worry about your opponent switching out. So let's switch in Coco for Incineroar because we need to reset. Yeah, and it's going to be the target of a... I'd imagine, you've got to imagine my opponent wants to target that slot because the Incineroar is putting so much pressure on the Ferrothorn. We'll Z move into the Moltres, that should get rid of it. Hurricane does unfortunately hit, and they target the Ludi. Okay, well it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, like the Incineroar now, if I just kept it in, I would have been able to just go for a Flare Blitz into the Ferrothorn. I should have just played it straight. I shouldn't have even... yeah. Okay, so that is game over, unfortunately. There is no coming back from this position. Which is a bit annoying because there's like so many guessing games. There are like, well, I've been playing more of a guessing game than my opponent has, you know, just second guessing every time, which has kind of put us into a bit of an awkward position. Okay, so we're at 22 minutes. Let's have one more game. I don't really want to leave it on that one. It's a bit of a shame, and we can hopefully squeeze in one more game to hit that 30-minute mark. Hopefully we can get a quick one in. It's always doable with the rain mode as well, isn't it? So we can see what we can do. Right. Let's pick this all-important music. Recon squad. Let's go for that. And we've got Oliver from Japan, 1549 rating. Playing a team of Abomasnow, Rotom Frost, Cresselia Incineroar, Stakataka, and Tapu Koko. So we've got quite a heavy Trick Room team here. It may be a variant where we see, I know in the past we've seen Rotom Frost on this sort of build with Choice Scarf, so it's got that quick pivot out with Volt Switch, and it's got a very quick Blizzard spam if my opponent decides to just lead with the Abomasnow and the Rotom Frost. You can double Blizzard, it's very powerful. You've got the Incineroar with the Fake Out support to help get that Trick Room set up from those two Trick Room setters in the Cresselia and the Stakataka. Obviously the Stakataka is way more of a threat than the Cresselia is offensively once that Trick Room does go up, so we've got to try our best, do what we can to stop it going up and getting ourselves into a really bad situation. Then you've got the Coco as well, kind of rounding things up with the terrain support, and again probably alongside that Rotom Frost being the faster offensive mode of the team. Now Gardevoir's good. Gardevoir's always going to be good. We need Incineroar, we need that Intimidate support. Do we want our Weather here? Because we could bring our Pelipper. I think I do want Snorlax, and probably do want Pelipper just to disrupt the opposing weather on my opponent's team. Like Ludicolo doesn't seem so great here, but neither does Pelipper. But Pelipper's got the Drizzle, so we kind of need to bring it. We can't just allow my opponent just to sit and just spam Blizzard, 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 because too many Blizzards will result in freezes. So we see Incineroar, Cresselia come up for my opponent. We're going to trace Intimidate, which is nice. Super nice. And we see that my opponent's Incineroar is a little bit quicker than ours, so I am going to Mega Evolve. I'm just going to Hyper Voice. In anticipation of a Trick Room going up, I'm going to bring in Snorlax. Because even if a Trick Room doesn't go up, it means by taking the Incineroar out now, we've got that switch in, so we've got that Fake Out support. If the Trick Room goes up and we're in a really awkward situation where we need that Fake Out support to reverse the Trick Room to kind of get things back in our favour. So, see my opponent just switching out. Stack Attacker coming in. We're going to see a Trick Room, aren't we? Like, one thing we could have done was actually Trick Roomed ourselves. With Gardy, but... we're going to get a Hyper Voice off. It's not going to do too much to this Stack Attacker, but it's actually not too bad. There's the Trick Room. Okay, so I think what I'll do here is bring in Incineroar, get that Intimidate onto Stack Attacker, which is going to be super important. And I'm going to... do I just High Horsepower or Belly Drum? Like... probably better off just High Horsepowering this turn. We can Belly Drum the following turn. Although I'm just thinking now, Ally Switch is obviously a thing that could... No Ally Switch. Just going to see a Helping Hand. Where's it gone? Earthquake. Oh, wow, okay. Well, we don't mind that too much at all. Especially like Helping Hand as well. Like Snorlax takes that pretty comfortably. We're going to be able to remove the Stack Attacker from the field. Hopefully. Yeah. Okay, and Incineroar coming in. Now, knowing the speed tiers from earlier, our Incineroar should be outspeeding my opponent's Incineroar in a Trick Room. So I'm going to Fake Out the opposing Incineroar, and I am going to go for a Belly Drum now. I wonder what we'll see the Cresselia do. Okay. We do get the Fake Out off, so we kind of read those speed tiers correct, I guess, earlier on. We did get the Belly Drum off. So we will proc our berry. Some health back and see, does this Cresselia reverse the Trick Room? No, just Ice Beaming. Okay. So, I think we're in a pretty nice position now. We'll just knock off the Cresselia and we'll just return into the Incineroar. Like, Incineroar's not known to really carry Protect. They're either Assault Vest or they just don't have Protect at all. So we should be safe-ish going into that slot. And it turns out we are. Return going in there. +6 is going to easily take care of this Incineroar. Our Incineroar is going to be able to get that knockoff into the Cresselia. Get rid of any precious Super Berry, possibly. Yeah, the Ayapapa Berry. My opponent down to the last two Pokemon. We're sitting pretty nice at the minute. And I wonder if it's going to be the Abomasnow coming in. My opponent just thinking. I kind of want him to hurry up. You've only got one Pokemon. It's not like you've got 1,000,001 choices to make right now. We're on the clock, guy. Come on. So it is the Abomasnow that comes in. Well, I think we just knock off the crest again and just return the Abomasnow. Like, Snorlax will kind of speed tie with it, but might not be minimum speed. You'd think it would be in a Trick Room. There's a Helping Hand. It's going to be a Helping Hand Blizzard, you'd imagine, or a Wood Hammer maybe. But Snorlax decides to say no, winning the speed tie, which is a little bit lucky on our end. But I feel even at this point of the match, like, we're fine, because we've still got 2 full health Pokemon in the back, and we just need to wait out this Trick Room, which we can do with what we've got on the field at the minute, and then come in. Pelipper deals with the Abomasnow super easy. There's no hail left in Gardevoir as well. It's just going to be pumping out those big hyper voices. So, very good game to my opponent, and a lot better result than that last game. And nice to finish off with a big belly drum Snorlax, isn't it? Always. So, we'll wrap things up there. We're just over the 30-minute mark, guys. So, thank you for bearing with us, and I hope it was worth just playing that extra game as well. I've enjoyed playing this variant of the Gardevoir team the latter part of this week, but I am really looking forward to playing the team based off your suggestions starting on Monday on the channel, so do tune in for that. Like I say, have an amazing weekend, guys. Whatever you're doing, celebrating Easter, if you're not, just have a great weekend regardless. Thank you so much for watching. I have some big news in regards to the channel next week, and I'm just going to throw a question out right at the end of the video just for you guys, just to get a feelers. So I'm in the process of putting a Patreon page together, and I just want to get your ideas, your opinions more than anything, on how you feel about me starting a Patreon, and if it's something you guys would be interested in. Basically, the things I'm looking at doing are going to be starting a new exclusive battle series on there with like 2 videos a week and a monthly team builder video, and then we're going to have a different tier where it includes that, and then we're going to have like a trainer program with battle training program, and we're going to have a separate Discord server, and then like a top tier where you'll get all of the above, and then you'll get more one-to-one actual sessions with myself. So that's something I really would like to kind of go ahead with, but I just want to put the feelers out with you guys to see if it's something you would be interested in and whatnot as well. So do let me know. I will just say as well, comment wise, I do read all of the comments, and I absolutely cannot say how grateful I am for each and every comment that I get in every single video. I just do not have the time physically at the moment to go through like I used to each and every one of your comments, and when I do get the time, I will 100% make, I want to reply. You guys take the time to comment, I want to make sure I take the time to comment back, because I really value your opinions and your time on the channel. It really does mean a lot to me. But if there's times when you comment and you haven't had a response at all, it's not because I'm not doing it because I don't want to. It's literally just because sometimes I get like 10-15 comments on a video, and it will literally take me about an hour and a half, 2 hours going through them all and replying, because I like to reply properly to each one, and sometimes I just don't have the time at the moment. So I know you guys are amazing and you'll understand, but it's just, I just wanted to explain that to you guys. Anyway, enough of that. Get yourselves away, have an amazing weekend, all of you. Whatever you're doing, do let me know, and I will see you all for another episode on Monday. Take care of yourselves, guys. Stay classy, as Ron Burgundy would say, and I will see you all next week. So until then, guys, take care and bye-bye!